of Jackson, Dan Daly State Farm Insurance, Brian Moore Construction, Southern Ohio Smiles, the Jackson County Health Department Search Program, and Hothead Burritos. And now let's go live to Pete Wilson for every pitch of the entire game, live from Sparky Haller Field on 105.3 FM and AM 1330 WYPC.
Okay, we're here at Dick Sparky Haller Field just a few minutes before a very big Frontier Athletic Conference game between the Jackson Ironmen and the defending champion Washington Courthouse Blue Lions. And both of these teams kind of taking up right where they left off last year. The Ironmen are right now in first place by themselves with a 4-0 FAC record. Washington Courthouse has played two more games. Actually, they're dead even in the conference race, but Courthouse has something Jackson doesn't, a loss. They've played two more games. They are 5-1. And so, Dan, it doesn't take much of an Einstein to know that this is a doggone big game.
Is this kind of where the rubber hits the road here, Pete Wilson? A huge game, and it's a back-to-back situation here where the Ironmen are hosting tonight. They will go to Courthouse tomorrow night. It's a must situation that Jackson would have to split. You certainly don't want to get beat in both games. That would give Courthouse the league lead at that time, and we don't get to play them again. So these two nights are very, very big for the Ironmen. But talk about the pressure, though. It's on Courthouse. They had to make the drive down here. They are going to face our ace in Gavin Jones. They need to split to stay in the race. If we can get them both games, they kind of puts them, you know, a good distance behind us. So it's going to be a very interesting night of baseball tonight, and certainly will be for the Jackson Ironman fans tomorrow night.
Absolutely. It seems like that the season just started, but we are about halfway through the FAC race. And with the way the schedule goes, where you play a team back-to-back games, you don't get another chance on down the line. One of the X factors also is the Miami Trace Panthers. They have been right up there the last several years as well, and neither the Ironmen nor the Blue Lions have played Miami Trace yet, and they only have one loss as well. They are 3-1.
They're like us. We're the 4-0, and they each have one loss. So we've gone 4-0, but Pete, let's be honest, we're 4-0 against probably the bottom two teams within the league. We got the big games coming up, and it is certainly going to be fun because this baseball team has certainly lifted up their level of play at 11-4 now on the season. Very, very solid effort here by this team, and look for a big game tonight. We're just about ready to hear the Star Spangled Banner. We'll let you listen to that because it'll be shortly after that will be the first pitch.
Okay, that was a recorded version of your Star Spangled Banner, and of course that is the cue that we're about ready to play baseball here. Courthouse comes into the game with an overall record of 10-4. They are 5-1 in the FAC. Jackson is 11-4 overall and 4-0 in the FAC. The difference being that two games that Jackson had with Miami Trace the very first week of the season, both of them were postponed due to the weather. They have been rescheduled, but they won't happen until May 6th and 7th on consecutive nights. So very big game here in the early season, both tonight's game and tomorrow night's game over at Washington Courthouse. Dan, of course, the Blue Lions are the defending champions. It came down to Jackson and Courthouse last year, but Courthouse had excellent pitching. They had one pitcher in particular, a left-hander named Titus Lotz, who was just tough on everybody, including the Ironmen. He started all 3 games against the Ironmen, the 2 games in the league, and then in the tournament in the district semifinal game. And
didn't seem that long ago, Pete Wilson. We're watching in the 8th inning, and a perfectly executed squeeze bunt is the difference between the Ironmen and Courthouse. Courthouse went on then from that to the state finals or semifinals. So what a season they had, but that tells you how close we were to being in the same situation.
Right, absolutely. We lost to them 1-0 in 8 innings. They did go all the way to the state semifinals. They lost to Ontario, but what a memorable season, going all the way to the Final Four in baseball. They did lose some very good players off that championship team, including their top 3 pitchers. However, tonight's pitcher, Will Miller, is considered an excellent pitcher. He's been great so far this year. He had a no-hitter among his resume as a junior, and he is their number 1, and that's who the Ironmen will have to beat tonight. Stepping in for Courthouse is John Wall, the shortstop. First pitch from Gavin Jones is a curveball that stays high, ball 1.
John Wall, finally a senior, been a multi-sport star up at Washington Courthouse, been an outstanding guard through the years on their basketball team, and been an outstanding baseball player, and he sent that one right out at Bodie Wooford in right field. A
line drive over Campbell's head at second in front of Bodie Wooford, and John Wall gets the Courthouse Blue Lions off to a good start, a leadoff single here in the top half of the first inning. Adam Osborne, the second baseman, comes up, batting left-handed, number 22. Pitch from Gavin Jones is popped up in the air. Left fielder Nolan Johnson goes back. He's under it. He's got it. Didn't look like it was hit that hard, but it carried out there pretty well. But it was a high fly, an easy play for Nolan.
People watching and listening, we're looking at the flag in center field. The wind is going straight out center field right now, so there's an opportunity tonight for the ball to carry pretty well.
Evan Lynch, the center fielder, comes up. Curve ball over the outside corner for strike 1. Courthouse lost on Saturday to a very good Unioto team 4-3. Jackson defeated a very good Zane Trace team 9-4, non-conference action. Another curveball, nice, dropped it in there again on him, strike 2.
Pete, I didn't get to do the Zane Trace game with you, but boy, what a big win. And that's going to be a big win at the end of the season as far as seeding and everything. That Zane Trace team, as you said, only had 1 loss coming into that one.
Swing and a miss on a curveball, so Lynch, the number 3 hitter, goes down on 3 pitches, and that was 3 curveballs from right-hander Gavin Jones. And here is Sam Lotz, the third baseman, and yes, he is the younger brother of the great Titus Lotz, the pitcher who was so good last year for Courthouse in their run to the state tournament. Titus, by the way, Dan, is at Bowling Green, but didn't get to play this season because of Tommy John's surgery. Fastball just off the plate for ball 1 to Sammy Lotz. He also bats left-handed. Wall led off with a single, but he's still over there at the same place, and now there are 2 outs. Getting a little lead over there. There's the pitch. In there for strike 1. Took something off of it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Once again, I think true, a lot of that is respect for Noah Ernst, our catcher. People don't want to run on him very often. He just handles it so well.
Curveball stays high just a little bit. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Sam Lotz. Yes, Noah Ernst had a great game catching on Saturday. Nothing got by him. And Zane Trace didn't try to run very much on him. Swing and a miss as he takes takes something off that curveball again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, we've seen how quick he gets out of his crouch to the release, and usually a very accurate throw down to second base.
2-2 pitch to Gavin Jones. Here it is. Swing and a miss. He might have got a piece of it, but it didn't matter. Ernst held on to it. So a good inning for Gavin Jones after a leadoff single. He puts them down 1-2-3. No runs, 1 hit, no Jackson errors, 1 runner left on base. At the end of the first half inning of play, it's the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0 and the Jackson Ironmen coming to bat. This is Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms, with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Sir, we're receiving an urgent message from Honda Suzuki of Jackson.
Stand by. It's the Polaris liquidation sale. Everything must go for a limited time only. Hurry into Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson now for the best selection. Check out the full inventory at HondaofJackson.com or call 740-286-4956. Yes, we have it on radar. Look at that big red roof. Do not wait. Immediate financing available. The Polaris liquidation sale happening now. Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson.
We go to the bottom half of the first inning, and the Jackson batting order has a very familiar look to it. It'll be Boston Campbell, who got on every time he was up at the plate on Saturday, leading off at second base. Ryan Simetz at shortstop. Nolan Johnson at third base. Noah Ernst batting cleanup as catcher. Gavin Jones, the pitcher, is in the 5-hole. Xander Irvin is a designated hitter, batting sixth. Ramey Wyan at first base. Cade Wolford, center field. Bodie Wolford rounds out the lineup in right field and batting ninth.
Pretty impressive first top half of the first inning for Gavin Jones. Basically, I think the second pitch he threw to John Wall lined out to right field, but Wall never left first base, and it was 2 strikeouts and a fly out for Gavin, and we were quickly out of that first inning.
So the Ironmen have been, they've been up and down on offense, more up than down. But the last several games, they've been hitting the ball very well, including last Saturday and then, of course, the Thursday before against Fairland. 17 runs in 2 games and 2 non-conference wins. Here's the first pitch from Will Miller. Fastball just off the plate for ball 1.
You know, there are 4 losses. We've lost 3 of those were one-run losses, Pete Wilson, but we have hit the ball. When you look around the other area, Ironman averaging right at 8 to 9 runs per game.
Fastball down the heart of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike from the lefty Will Miller to the right-handed hitting Boston Campbell, Jackson's senior second baseman. And Campbell fouls it out of play to the right side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dan, of course, you were here on Thursday when the Ironman Club 3 homers. Well, you missed 2 more on Saturday.
Well, I know Ryan Simetz got 1. He has back-to-back games with home runs.
And Xander Irvin, too.
5 home runs in a 3-day period there for the Ironman. And we know it's not easy hitting a home run at Sparky Haller Field.
No, it is not. Miller at the belt. Here's your 1-2 pitch. And Campbell just gets a piece of it, fouls it back our way. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count remains. Jackson has won 8 out of its last 9 games. On a little bit of a hot streak. Really playing well in all facets, pitching, hitting, and defense. 1-2 pitch to Campbell. And there is a bouncer, second baseman Osborne's got it, and he makes the play. Little chopper to the second baseman. Osborne charged well, got the high hop, and throws Campbell out easily. Here is Ryan Simetz, the shortstop. Ryan, a little bit of a tear. Offensively, he has 2 home runs in his last 2 games, and of course, the home run on Thursday was a grand slam.
Remember the game previous to that, Pete Wilson, he had 3 hits. So he is probably as hot a bat as there is in the Jackson lineup right now.
Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch from Will Miller. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch. And there's a hard ground ball. Can the second baseman get it? He backhands it. There's the throw over to first. Just got him.
Wow.
Nice play there in the hole by Aiden Osborne at second base. He had to go to his right, pivot, and throw to first, and got something on it, was able to get Simetz by a step.
And Simetz gets down first base pretty quickly. That was an outstanding fielding play.
Here is Nolan Johnson, the third baseman. Johnson starts to swing, and he went too far. I think it might have been in there anyway. Strike one. Oh, 1 pitch to Nolan Johnson. Swing and a miss. Strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, Miller is a slightly built young man, but he's got a little giddy up on that fastball.
Yes, he does.
0-2 pitch coming to Nolan Johnson. Outside and low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Has a little curve on his curveball, too.
Yep, well, it's just not the speed. It's the ball movement. About any hitter or pitcher will tell you that. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Took something off of it. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Will Miller and the Blue Lions for the Ironmen. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base at the end of the first inning of play. Score is the Ironmen 0 and the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 0. This is Jackson Ironmen Baseball, Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Is Ralph there?
You sure you've got the right number?
Is he there?
Well, what's he look like?
He's got white hair and spots.
Is Ralph your dog?
He's a Dalmatian.
Why would he be here at Osborne Equipment Service?
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs, and we're family owned and operated. Maybe you should look in your backyard for Ralph.
I'll just call his cell phone.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
We're here in the top half of the second inning. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Washington Courthouse. Bryce Yeasel, Will Miller, and Cooper Robertson. Courthouse has the only hit of the game. We're only 1 inning into the game, but that was a leadoff single by John Wall. Gavin Jones, however, put down the Lions 1-2-3 after that, including the last 2 hitters on strikeouts.
Uniquely, Pete Wilson, both head coaches, I think, have sons playing for him tonight. Bryce Yeasel is Coach Yeasel's, has to be his son. I wouldn't.
And
think.
there's a hard bouncer at Campbell. He knocks it down, recovers, throws over to first, and got him.
Nice
that was
job.
a hot shot there by Yeasel, but Campbell backed up, knocked it down, and was able to get Yeasel on his throw to first base. And, that's one thing at second base. You have time to do that. If you can just knock it down, you're closer to the first baseman, and Campbell executed. Here's Will Miller, the pitcher. He bats left like he throws. And he swings and fouls it back, strike one. It seems like the Blue Lions know that Gavin Jones is going to throw strikes, and they're not. They're hacking away.
Gavin very seldom will put you on with 4 balls. It's going to make you hit it.
Curveball stays outside, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Curveball doesn't curve. Ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 pitch on the way. Fastball, a little called strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jones working quickly. Here's your 2-2 pitch. And that is hit in the air. Cade Wolford going over in center field, goes over and can't get it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And into second base with a double is Will Miller.
Boy, Cade chased that a long, long way. And it looked like he's battling the sun a little bit also. Almost got to it. Couldn't quite do it, but it was a nice gapper. And it was left center field, and that puts a man on second base. 1 out.
Right, Miller batting from the left side. Wolford playing maybe a little bit more towards right center, had a long way to come. Neither he or Johnson could get to it. Cade gave it a good try. Here's Cooper Robertson, the designated hitter, as the Courthouse has its second hit of the game, its first extra base hit on the long fly ball by Miller as he tries to help himself as the Courthouse pitcher. Here's your 0-1 pitch to Robertson. right in there with a curveball for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Time is called by somebody. Probably the batter. Jones looks back at the runner at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it on what looked like to be a high fastball. Fouled it off to the left side. 0-2 pitch coming. Jones looks back at second. Here it comes. And there is a bouncer at Ramey Wyatt. He recovers. And, he's safe over there.
Boy, it took a tough bounce on Ramey. Kind of hit him right in the chest. He dives for it and then dives for first base. But Robertson was able to beat it out, so that would be an infield hit.
And here is Bryson Heath, the left fielder. Runners on the corners, 1 out.
Obviously the biggest threat so far in this contest.
Fastball, a little bit high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 pitch. Letter high. Fastball called ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
Batter did a good job holding up on that one. He wanted to swing, showed discipline.
Fastball in there for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Looks like he might have been taken all the way there. He's the number 8 hitter. Trying to get a Courthouse run in here early in this one. It's the top half of the second inning. 2-1 pitch coming from Gavin Jones. And that's a little foul chop over to the on-deck hitter. So Jones draws even on the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Strikeout here would be huge, Pete.
That would be very nice. Infield is playing back. Pitch is high and away, ball 3. On a slow grounder, the infield looks like that they would concede the run at the plate. They're back at double play depth. They wouldn't mind one of those. Here's the 3-1 pitch over the outside corner for strike 3 rather.
Came with a fastball right on the outside corner. Caught him looking.
That is strikeout number 3 for Gavin Jones, and this will bring up the number 9 hitter, Gavin Kaufman. Fastball looked like it was right in there, and it's called strike 1.
Gavin versus Gavin.
0-1 pitch. Outside gets away from Ernst, but the runner at third isn't going to go. Ernst really hustled after that ball, but it went all the way almost to the backstop.
I think it went farther away from Noah than the runner at third thought it was going to do. I think they had an opportunity there, but let's see if we can take advantage of this and get the out.
1 ball and 1 strike. The count to Gavin Kaufman.
Good
Swing
pitch.
and a miss on a fastball, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One 2 pitch coming from Gavin Jones. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ernst comes out of the crouch, ready to throw if somebody's too far off the base. There are 2 outs. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gavin Kaufman. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the second. Swing and a miss, got him. Big strikeout. Once again, Jones finishes an inning with 2 straight strikeouts to leave Washington Courthouse runners stranded. In the inning, no runs, 1 base hit, 1 Jackson error, 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the second inning, it's the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions nothing and the Jackson Ironmen nothing. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Start your day off with a McGriddle. For lunch, how about a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese? And dinner, enjoy some McNuggets or maybe a great shake and fries. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wilson, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it. And you will too.
All right, we go to the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Gavin Jones got out of a little jam there. A little jam. Actually, two runners on the corners with only one out. And what did he do? He struck out the next two batters, and so this one stays 0-0. And the Ironmen will have their second chance at Will Miller. Miller put him down 1-2-3 in the first inning, struck out and two ground outs.
Pete Wilson, between the innings, I know you get to hear commercials from our sponsors, but a shout out to them. They make this all possible. The sponsors this year, Ramey's Homes and Auto Group, Monroe Collision, Jackson County Banking Center, McDonald's of Jackson, Osborne Equipment Service, Honda, Suzuki, Polaris, Can-Am of Jackson, Dan Daly, State Farm Insurance, Brian Moore Construction, Southern Ohio Smiles, Edward Jones, thank you, Chad Niddle, Jackson County Health Department Search Program, and Hot Head Burritos. They make it possible to support those sponsors.
All right, we appreciate all of them, and some of them, Dan, very familiar names. They've been with us the whole way since we've been doing these Ironman broadcasts.
Absolutely.
6 or 7 years. We have lost count of how many years now we've been doing it. Here is Noah Ernst, the catcher for the Ironmen, batting in the 4-hole. Lefty versus righty. Here's your pitch from Miller to start the second, and that is inside and low, ball one. Fastball outside and high, ball two. 2 balls and no strikes to Noah Ernst.
I know Coach McGraw saying Noah Ernst starting to come together at the plate as the season wears on.
Pitch is outside and high again, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
See if we got to take sign on or not. Ironman would love to have a base runner here. You'd love to get that first one on.
3-0 pitch. In there for strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike.
I think he was watching that one. We'll see if he gets the green light now.
The 3-1 pitch is coming. Outside, ball 4. And so Ernst, on a pitch that was pretty close, gets the 5-pitch walk. He goes down to first base. And this will bring up Gavin Jones, the pitcher, and not too bad of a hitter either. When he's in the batting box. He was one of those ones that had a home run against Fairland, one of those 3 home runs in that 8-0 victory. Pitch is in there, strike 1 to Gavin Jones. See if Coach McGraw has anything going here. Ernst runs pretty well at first base. Of course, Gavin Jones more of a power hitter in there. So I don't know whether he'd be bunting or not. Showing no signs of that right now as the second pitch is outside, ball 1. Miller relying mainly on the fastball so far in this inning.
Last Thursday in that win against Fairland, we put on a bunting clinic.
Swing and a miss, another fastball, throws it by Jones, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ernst getting the lead over there. Miller looks that way, gives him a long look. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Catcher holds it there, hoping to get the call, but it's a little outside, evened up at 2-2.
Two pitch coming, and that's a ground ball foul by the Jackson dugout. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be the only game on our broadcast schedule this week.
Got to wait all the way till next Tuesday, Pete, for another broadcast.
Okay, our jaws will get some rest. And a leisurely throw over there by Miller. Short-armed it over there and a little bit low, but the first baseman over there is able to get it okay. That's Bryce Yeasel over there at first base.
It's not like Ironman won't be playing.
There's a nice curveball by Miller, and Jones ruins it by fouling it back to the screen.
Jackson will be at Courthouse, as we mentioned, tomorrow night. And then Thursday, they will travel to Green County on there to be away. And then the next Monday, they'll be at Chillicothe, and then they'll get the rematch back here at home on Tuesday night.
Pitch is outside, ball 3, and the catcher was going to throw down there, but the ball popped out of his glove, and so Noah Ernst gets a steal. He's down there at second, and the count to Jones now goes 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Jones fouls another one back behind us. Count stays 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Certainly making him work on this at bat.
Miller ready with the 3-2 pitch. Curveball, high and away.
Well, that was an excellent at bat by Gavin Jones as he fouled off pitches that were at least around the plate until he was able to work him into 4 balls. And now we've got 2 on, nobody out. Xander Irvin, as you said, had the home run on Saturday, but he's now getting a discussion down the third baseline with head coach McGraw, and we'll see if Xander wants to advance runners or if he's swinging away.
Right, Xander, of course, with the home run. So do you play for a big inning, or do you try to get some runners in scoring position and get ahead? Interesting decision for Coach McGraw here. And Irvin does square to butt. It's right back at the pitcher. He's going to throw to third base, and he throws it by him. Here comes Ernst. He's going to score. All the runners are going to advance 1 base. So the Ironmen take the lead 1-0. It was bunted hard back to the pitcher. He had a legitimate play at third base, but he threw it wide of the third baseman over there. So that's going to hurt for Courthouse. They score on an error by the pitcher. Gavin Jones goes to third on that same error. Irvin, who's going to get credit for a sacrifice, is on at first base now. And so it's 1-0, and there's still 2 runners on and nobody out. And the first pitch to Ramey Wine is down low, ball 1.
Costly mistake by Courthouse. The Ironmen have an opportunity here. 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out yet.
I think the pitcher made the right decision.
I think they had him if he could have just executed the play.
Strike call on the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Throw was wild. Third baseman got a piece of his glove on it, but it ends up down the left field line, and runners advance.
And ground ball, third baseman's got it. He's going to come home with it, and they're able to get Gavin Jones at home. So Wyatt is on the fielder's choice, but from 5-3, Gavin Jones is thrown out at home for the second out of the inning. Xander Irvin is able to advance to third base. So now there is
still just one out.
Sorry,
though.
1 man out. One man out. And Xander is over at third base, and Ramey Wyatt is on at first. And here is Cade Wolford, the center fielder. And nice stop there by the catcher, Kaufman, as the pitch was low, and he kept it in front of him.
Ramey had a big lead at first base, just seeing if that would have got through the catcher at all. Catcher's able to keep it in front of him, so we still have him at first and third.
Wyatt, big lead over there, but doesn't go. Count is called ball 2 to Cade.
Feel it's kind of critical to get 1 more run in, wouldn't you think, Pete, on this inning, with the opportunity we had with their 1 error?
Absolutely. Pitch is low and inside.
Gets
away from the catcher, but Xander will not go on that. It was kind of a delayed getaway there. It kind of squirted away from the catcher after he had it in front of his feet. Xander did not go.
Ramey does advance to second base, though, as the ball gets through the catcher.
2 runners on. Xander down at third. Xander Irvin, Ramey Wyatt down at second. Called strike over the outside corner. Well, the Ironmen have scored a run here without the aid of a hit. They've had 2 walks, a sacrifice bunt, a big error by the pitcher, and a wild pitch. Pitch is up high.
Another walk.
And Cade goes down to first base, and now the bases are loaded for Bodie Wolford.
Sophomore Bodie Wolford certainly has fielded right field nicely. Probably the pitching coach or the coach for Courthouse is going to come out and talk with Miller, discuss things a little bit. 1 run in, bases loaded, still only 1 out, Pete Wilson, and you're right, the Ironman without a hit yet. So an opportunity here with the bases loaded. We'll see Coach McGraw talking with multiple runners on the bases.
Well, Miller really isn't missing by much.
No, and obviously this is just a settle down type speech. They're all kind of giving each other fist bumps in the huddle there in the middle at the pitcher's mound. So
a little bit of pressure and worrying about the base runner, being aware of the base runner can have an effect. And the Ironmen have had 4 base runners already in this inning. Make it 5.
Courthouse with 3 hits in the first 2 innings, but 4 strikeouts by Gavin Jones have kept goose eggs up on the board for them. Jackson no hits yet, but do have the 1 run, mainly via the error and the 3 walks by Courthouse here in the second.
Bases are loaded. Ironmen have 1 run in. They lead 1-0 in the second, and Bodie Wolford goes after a first pitch fastball and fouls it out of play to the right side. Just missed a car there on Huron Street.
Yeah, that was close.
Right. That would be a little startling if you're driving and you have no idea that a ball's about ready to hit your car. Here's your 0-1 pitch to Bodie. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. No place to put Bodie Wolford here. He's got to throw strikes, does Will Miller.
Boy, if Bodie can get his bat on the ball, the infield, as you said, they're all at the crest of the grass, so there is some gaps out there.
They don't want to concede any more runs. Everybody is in on the grass. 1-1 pitch. And there's
a shot.
It goes by the second baseman in the center field. 1 run is going to score. Here comes the second run. It's going to score 2. Xander Irvin scores. Ramey Wyatt scores. Cade Wolford over to third, and I tell you what, Dan, that was hit very well, but that might just be a hit because of the drawn-in infield.
Oh, it absolutely was, but it was hit hard, and there was no chance for the second baseman to make the play. Big-time hit for sophomore Bodie Wolford. 2 RBIs.
Made a good play out there, or a good attempt there. Did Aiden Osborne?
He did. He extended. He just couldn't get to it. Ironman still an opportunity. There's only 1 out, and we got him on the corners.
Ironman now lead 3-0 here, and here is the top of the order in Boston Campbell. Well, it's very nice when your number 9 hitter can do that, Dan.
Bodie's been so solid all year, though.
Pitch is low and inside to Boston Campbell.
As we have said, what kind of lineup would you like to have when you have 2 Wolfords batting 8 and 9?
Both of them got on there, had something to do here with this 3-run rally. 1-0 pitch to Boston Campbell is hit in the air to the right fielder. Right fielder's got to fight that sun.
Enough? I think it is. He didn't see it.
He didn't see it. It's going to fall in there. 1 run is going to score. That is Cade Wolford scoring. Going over to third is Bodie Wolford. He slides in safely. No throw. I tell you what, that is a Sunfield single, but it's a legitimate single. The right fielder got there, but he just didn't see it, Dan.
Totally blind, and you could see it early on, and I thought it was hit deep enough anyway. It was going to be an opportunity for a sacrifice fly, but you could just tell he could not find it up there in the sky, and it lands, and the Ironmen have another break here. They score 4 runs now in this inning. Still only 1 out, and the runner's at the corners.
Here is Ryan Simets. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
As we mentioned, Ryan may be the hottest bat in this lineup right now for the Ironmen over the last 3 games.
And they throw over to first, but Campbell wasn't very far off. Only 1 man out. The Ironmen have scored 4. Still 2 runners on base. Pitch is outside to Simets. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot of pitches being thrown by Miller this inning. Bottom of the second. Ironman with 4 runs in, still 1 out. 1 runner in scoring position.
Simets swings and misses a fastball that was away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is a fly ball, a line drive into center field. Center fielder's got it.
Oh my gosh.
And the throw down to first base gets by the first baseman, and in to score is Bodie Wolford. It was a line drive to center field. It was caught out there.
You had Boston Campbell running actually on the play. They throw it all the way to home plate. The catcher can pick off Boston just by getting the throw down to first base. He throws it out of the first baseman's reach. That allows, was it Bodie to score?
Yes, on the throw down to first base where they were trying to pick off Campbell. That was an E2. So an error does play a part in that in the fifth Jackson run. Campbell, by the way, is still at first base, as of course Ross Simons was retired. He doesn't get credit for a sacrifice because the run actually scored on an error.
Yes.
Pitch to Nolan Johnson is outside, ball 2. I thought when the center fielder caught it out there was a chance maybe for a sacrifice fly, but he got it in quickly. Bodie didn't go, and when they tried to pick Campbell because he rounded first too far, they threw the ball away, and that allowed Bodie Wolford to score after all.
A couple critical errors for Courthouse, but the Ironmen have taken advantage of them with a 5-run second inning here.
Count to Johnson is 2-0. Pitch is ball 4. And so the Ironmen have batted around now. And here is Noah Ernst batting for the second time in the inning. He walked and scored, had a stolen base there in the inning earlier when he came to bat for the first time to lead off the inning. So Campbell is now down to second. Nolan Johnson at first. Pitch is called strike over the inside corner.
Always nice if you're Noah Ernst and you're batting for the second time in an inning.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. That's a fastball. Miller trying to get out of a nightmarish inning for the Courthouse. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside and high, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Four walks, 2 errors, 2 hits for the Ironmen.
Swing and a miss. Finally, they get out of the inning on the strikeout by Miller, but the Ironmen score 5 runs. They had 2 hits. There was 2 Courthouse errors. There was 2 runners left on base. At the end of 2 full innings of play, the Jackson Ironmen have jumped out in front. It's the Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Line 0. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Our work says it all. For the best in repair. See the people who care. We make it easy to do, 'cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Hurry down to Stillhouse Rock.
We go to the top half of the 3rd inning, and just like that, the Ironmen have turned a 0-0 game into a 5-0 game. That was really the nice thing about the victory over Zane Trace on Saturday. Jackson scored 5 runs in the first inning, went on to win 9-4. That really makes the pitcher and everybody feel a whole lot better when you have a lead like that early in the game.
Well, that was an interesting inning to say the least, Pete Wilson, and obviously Miller would love to have it back. His error, the first error of the contest, really opened the gates, and then 4 walks involved with it and a second error, and the Ironmen now are up 5-0 in this very important Frontier Athletic Conference game.
Well, we're back up to the top of the order. John Wall had a leadoff single. He bats for the second time. First pitch to Jones is a ball on a curveball, and that's another curveball, once again called ball 2.
Gavin's given up 3 hits. They've hit the ball somewhat hard on him, but he also has 4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings.
And there's a line drive. That's going to hit the gap into left center field. Wolford cuts it up, and Wall's going to make a big turn and stay there. So Wall gets his second hit of the game on a single into the gap. Cade Wolford did a good job getting over there, cutting off the ball, and Wall decides to stay at first base.
Well, we've seen Cade has an outstanding arm out there in center field, and Wall must have known that because he didn't even think about trying to make a double out of that.
Aiden Osborne takes a strike. He hit a fly ball to left field his first time. He is the second baseman. We've seen him make some good plays in the field already. Nice curveball called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes.
First inning, John Wall leads off with a solid hit, and Gavin was able to get out of it with a fly out and 2 strikeouts. Let's see what he can do here in the third.
Ooh, not a bad pitch again. An off-speed pitch, but called ball 1 a little inside. One-two pitch coming from Jones. Outside, ball 2 with a fastball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Just inside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Been close on all of them.
And a good fastball down the middle is ruined as
almost got that fastball by him, didn't he?
Right, as Osborne fouled it out of play to the left side. 3-2 pitch coming.
Oh,
right down the
pitch.
heart of the plate with a fastball. So Jones gets the strikeout, his 5th of the game, and that's out number 1. And this will bring up Evan Lynch, the center fielder. Lynch struck out back in the first inning. Curveball stays high and away, ball 1. Curveball, high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strike to Evan Lynch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He swung. I don't know whether it was going to be called a strike. He tried to hold up, but could not. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a fly ball to left field. Nolan Johnson going back. He's not going to get it. It's going to hit the base of the wall. Wall is going to go into third, and Lynch is in at second. Wall had to hold up to see if the ball was going to be caught. I thought Johnson may have had a chance, but it kept going
It
back
actually
there.
hit the fence.
It did.
And once again, the wind going out tonight a little bit. That one carried maybe a little farther than we thought it would.
Carried very well. And this will bring up Sam Lotz, the third baseman and cleanup hitter. He struck out in the first inning. Nice curveball, called ball 1.
Runners on second and third. There's just 1 out.
Courthouse trying to get back in this one after giving up 5 runs in the second inning. They batting here in the third with 2 on. There's a foul back at the screen for strike 1.
We're going to assume Sam Lotz is probably as good a hitter as they have. He bats cleanup. Brother was such an outstanding player.
Curveball is hit into center field. Cade Wolford's going back. It's over his head. Both runners are going to score. I think John Wall scores, Evan Lynch scores, and into second base with a double to center field is Sam Lotz. He scorched that one. It was right at Cade, but it kept going and went over Cade's head. And Courthouse back in this game as Lotz delivers a 2-run double here with 1 out.
With a ball carrying nicely, and that one was hit on the nose.
5-2 now as Courthouse A 2-run double from their cleanup hitter, Lotz. And that pitch to Bryce Yeasel is called ball 1. Outside and low, ball 2. Yeasel grounded out his first time.
Coach Williams is going to take a walk out and just talk things over with Gavin a little bit. We see this usually happen once or at least once a game. I think it's just a settle down type discussion. It's only Coach Williams and Gavin on the mound. He didn't pull the whole infield in. Man on second, 1 out, 2 runs in. Pete, actually, Courthouse hitting the ball well tonight. They've got 6 hits here, and we're only in the 3rd inning.
Pitch to Yeasel. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jones looks back at the runner. Now he comes to the plate with it. Foul back at the screen. Strike 2.
2 back-to-back good fastballs by Gavin.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Yeasel. Did he go?
The umpire is not even looking.
It was down low for sure, but
so I think it's just a ball, full count.
Bat came off his shoulder, but apparently he did not go. Not close enough to ask. Count is full to Yeasel. Foul, nice fastball.
Barely foul tipped.
But just did get a piece of it. Three-two pitch again. And that is fly ball into right field.
Hard.
Bodie Wolford shielding his eyes. He's got it.
That looks natural and it's just an easy fly ball, but you know what it's like out there. Bodie does a good job at keeping a sight on there, kind of shielding with his offhand the sun.
Right, then took it away just in time to make the play. So that's a big second out. Still a runner at second there, and Miller, who doubled the last time on a deep fly ball to left center, bats again here trying to help himself. His team has gotten 2 runs for him here to draw the blue lines within 3, 5-2. Curveball hit up the middle.
He really helped himself there.
And here comes the runner as a single.
Boy, he held him, yes.
Oh, my. I don't know about that. Miller hit a line drive single, bounced right in front of Wolford. Wolford got it in. The runner, Lotz, made a big turn there and suddenly stopped. I thought for sure he was coming. It is another hit.
Cade getting the ball back in quickly there. They hold the runner at third, so they're at second and third. There are 2 outs.
And there is a fly ball. Left fielder is coming over, center fielder coming over, and Johnson's got it. So Courthouse does have a good inning there. They get 2 runs on 4 base hits.
4 hits, 2 of those were doubles.
No Jackson errors, 2 runners left on base. In the middle of the third, it's now the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
How do you Hothead? Build your own burrito or bowl, or pick a craft recipe from Leroy's lineup. At Hothead Burritos, we have bold burrito and bowl combinations, like the Hawaiian with fresh pineapple, seasoned chicken, and sweet habanero sauce. The Jalapeno Ranch, loaded with tender, meaty steak. And Leroy's Spicy Chicken, featuring our famous Hothead sauce. Burrito or bowl, our craft menu features even more of what you love. More choices, more flavor. It's all yours at Hothead Burritos.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull, WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms. with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Well, we go to the bottom half of the third inning, and suddenly the bats have come alive for both sides. The Ironmen scored 5 runs in the bottom of the second. Courthouse responds with a 2-run rally in the top half of the third, and that's where we stand right now, 5-2 Jackson.
Let's see, Pete Wilson, if that isn't a factor with Miller's hit to center field, the coach holding the runner at third base. I think they had an opportunity to score if they just keep him sending him, but they hold him at third base, and Gavin able to get a fly ball and get out of that inning.
The Ironmen sent 10 runners to the plate in the second inning, aided greatly by 4 walks and 2 errors by Courthouse. Ironmen did have 2 hits in the inning, including a 2-run single by Bodie Wofford, and they hope for more good things here in the third with Gavin Jones up. Jones walked, did not score in the last inning as he was out on a force out. First pitch to Jones is in there for strike 1. Curveball stays low and away. Ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Good looking fastball there. Head of the count on Gavin at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hander sets. Here's your 1-2 pitch. Curveball stays outside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes Miller with the 2-2. Outside with the fastball, ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miller's thrown a lot of pitches in this game. A lot of walks, a lot of long, a lot of deep counts. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him, though, with a fastball over the heart of the plate. That is the first out of the inning. And here is Xander Irvin. He tried to bunt and did. He bunted it back to the pitcher pretty hard, honestly. But the pitcher Miller then threw to third to get the force, which seemed like the thing to do, but he threw it away, and that kind of opened the gates.
Boy, that did open the gates. That was huge.
There's a fastball over the outside corner for strike 1 to Xander Irvin. Pitch is down low, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike to Irvin. And Irvin gets around on that and hits it way foul to the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 out here, bottom of the third inning. The Ironmen with the 5-2 lead.
Fastball, high and away, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's your 2-2 pitch. And Irvin fouls it into the screen. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch coming again to Irvin. Swing and a miss through that fastball by him. So Miller has kind of recovered very well. He has struck out the last 3 Ironmen and has a total of 4 strikeouts for the game. Ramey Wyatt comes up. He reached on a fielder's choice and came around to score later on. Fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. Miller's gained control of the strike zone again, Mr. Morrow.
Very solid this inning, didn't he? When he couldn't, he couldn't make the pitch in the last inning or get the ball across the plate on there. This inning, incomplete control.
Right, and throwing mostly fastballs. That one was inside, ball one, the second pitch to Ramey Wyatt. Called strike two, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, and his fastball hit. It's an impressive pitch for not a big young man as far as stature goes on the mound.
1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good baseball player overall, Miller. He had the big hit the last inning there. It's 2 for 2 from the plate, and their starting pitcher.
Foul at the plate. Wyatt stays alive. Here, Ironman lead 5-2. Bottom half of the third, scored all 5 runs in the second inning. Courthouse responded with a 2-run, their first 2 runs in the top of the third. Big Frontier Athletic Conference clash, and that pitch is high to Wyatt. Ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes, and yet another full count. 3-2 pitch, and that's a line drive single right up the middle. Nice stroke there by Wyatt. Center fielder cuts it off, and Wyatt becomes the 2-out base runner. Jackson's 3rd hit.
Probably our strongest hit as far as that was a line drive right up center field. Nice job there by Ramey to keep this inning going.
And this will bring up Cade. Cade got on with the walk and came around to score in that big second inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Outside and high, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Wolford. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike.
A little bit like Gavin, he's close around the plate all the time.
Yes, he is. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Took something off that fastball. Two pitch. Curveball, called ball 3. Gets away from the catcher, not far enough for Wyatt to go. Count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another full count. Wyatt, or rather Wolford, swings at a fastball about shoulder high and fouls it back at the screen.
Foul tipped that one back. Cade protected himself.
Ironman making Miller work. He's looking good, but having to throw a lot of pitches even in this 3rd inning. Another foul ball. Just did get a piece of it.
Ramey was running on that one.
Well, you may as well. 3-2, 2 outs. Ball 4 inside.
Good at bat
Wyatt
by
down
Cade.
to second. Wolford at first.
Good at bat again by Cade, working a walk in there. And now, young man with the biggest hit of the night so far for the Jackson Ironmen, Bodie Wolford, 2-run single in that 5-run second inning.
So Miller, inning started off wonderfully with 2 strikeouts, but now the Ironmen have 2 runners on a single and a walk. Bodie takes strike 1. What we got there, Dan? Miller with 5 walks.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total walks.
And a lot of deep counts. And there's a ground ball right at the first baseman, and it gets by him, and everybody's going to be safe. Here comes Wyatt. He's going to try to score. He is out at the plate. Close play, close play.
Yep. Coach McGraw sending him all the way, and I'll tell you what, the first baseman, the ball bounces off of him into short right field. He chases it down and makes a perfect throw to the catcher to get Ramey Wyant out on a close call at home plate.
Right, Wyant out 3-2 on a close play. Actually, an error allows Wooford to reach, but the Ironmen do not score. No runs, one base hit, one Courthouse error. There was two runners left on base. At the end of 3 full innings of play, the score remains the Jackson Ironmen 5 and the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Sir, we're receiving an urgent message from Honda Suzuki of Jackson.
Stand by. It's the Polaris liquidation sale. Everything must go for a limited time only. Hurry into Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson now for the best selection. Check out the full inventory at HondaofJackson.com or call 740-286-4956. Yes, we have it on radar. Look at that big red roof. Do not wait. Immediate financing available. The Polaris liquidation sale happening now. Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
You're listening to Jackson Ironman Baseball on Fox Sports 105.3 FM and AM 1330 WYPC Jackson.
All right, we go to the top half of the 4th inning. We got a good one going here right now. The Ironmen on top 5-2. The first pitch to Bryson Heath, the left fielder, is called ball 1 outside.
Courthouse didn't send a runner in their inning. We'll see if that was costly for them, and the Ironmen get
in there, strike 1.
Thrown out at home plate in that inning with an opportunity to maybe pick up a run, but great execution by the first baseman, the catcher, to get the tag on Ramey Wyant. So 5-2 is where we sit.
That pitch is called strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Heath struck out his first time. That was another time, the second inning in a row where Jones got 2 straight strikeouts to get out of a jam. Swing and a miss. Fooled Heath on that one, and that is the first out of the inning. And Mr. Jones picks up his 6th strikeout.
Probably looking at 2 of the premier starting pitchers in the Frontier Athletic Conference this season. We're in a 5-2, and it's going to be a dandy. It just has a feel for a game that's going to go right down to one error here or there or a play here or there.
Fastball to Gavin Kaufman is taken for strike 1.
Easton McGraw in pretty close at
called
third
strike
base.
2. So Jones Dealand so far struck out Heath as ahead of Kaufman, 0-2. He is the number 9 hitter, down low, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ramey Wyant out on first base, Pete, a man that slid into home plate.
And there's a ground ball by Easton McGraw. It's called foul. Very close.
Third base coach said it was fair. He knew it wasn't. Umpire had it all the way just outside of the bag.
Right, well, when it passed Easton, it was fair, but then it went foul before it reached the bag. Very close, though. 1-2 pitch to Kaufman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just a matter of inches whether you have a strikeout or a double, right?
It certainly is.
Well, here's John Wall. He has smacked the ball twice, has 2 singles, and has scored a run so far. At least he's coming up here with 2 outs and nobody on.
Led off the first and the third with hits.
Pitch down low, ball 1.
Shockingly a little bit, Courthouse with 7 hits in tonight's contest, but only 2 runs.
Curveball stays high, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Wall's got the count in his favor now. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Curveball, nice
curve.
pitch in there, strike 1.
Nice pitch.
2 balls and 1 strike. Jones trying to slow stuff on Wall. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball, and it's fouled down the right field line into the fence there. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
John Wall hits the ball like he makes 3-pointers from the corner and free throws from the foul line. Excellent shooter for their basketball team the last 3 years.
Nice curveball called strike 3. I don't think Wall was looking for that one, and Jones strikes out the side in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. In the middle of the 4th inning, it's the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Osborne Equipment Service.
Have you been getting a lot of calls from a little boy?
Well, yes, we have.
That's my son. He always talks about how you have something for everyone.
We do. If you're looking for truck parts, we have the largest selection in the area. Your son keeps calling us looking for everything.
Derek.
Yes, Mom.
You've got to stop bothering those nice folks at work.
But, Mom, I love talking to them.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Okay, we come to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and the Ironmen lead 5-2. And after Courthouse had hit the ball well and scored 2 in the top of the 3rd, very nice to see Gavin Jones strike out the side. He's up to 8 strikeouts now, Dan.
That was an impressive inning for Gavin. The 5-2 lead, the Ironmen hold on to it. You know, all of a sudden we're in the, like you said, bottom of the 4th inning, Pete. This game moving along.
Right, and they'll be the top of the order for the Ironmen. Remember, the bottom of the 3rd for the Ironmen ended with Ramey Wyatt being thrown out at the plate as he tried to score after an error by the first baseman. The first baseman atoned for that by getting the ball after it got through him and throwing out Wyatt at the plate on a close play. Twice Wyatt has had to slide on his chest so far, so his uniform definitely going in the wash tonight.
No question about it. Ironmen get a lead off with their leadoff hitter, Boston Campbell. He has one of the 3 Ironmen hits tonight.
He has not scored a run. He has driven in a run, though. Well, I tell you what, Miller, he's game. He has pitched well most of the time. He had a really bad 2nd inning control-wise. But he has thrown a lot of pitches. Even when he gets the Ironmen out, it's a lot of 3-2 counts. So we'll see, how much he's got in the tank here. Campbell batting here to lead off the 4th. Ironmen lead 5-2. And there's a hard grounder. Wall's got it on one hop, makes the long throw across the diamond, out. Well,
Boy, that's a shame. Boston hit that right on the nose. But it was right at John Wall, the shortstop.
Right, he was playing deep, and as we know, his aim is good.
Yes.
Here is Ryan Simets. He has grounded out to 2nd and flied out to center, 0 for 2. High and away, ball 1 to Simets. The sophomore shortstop for the Ironmen. Pitch down low, ball 1, no, rather ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And there's a ground ball at the 3rd baseman. He's got it cleanly, throws across the diamond. A little bit low, but the first baseman, Giesel, comes up with it. And that is the 2nd out on a ground out here in the 4th inning, quickly moving 4th inning. And this will bring up Nolan Johnson. He has struck out and walked so far. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one and had him out in front. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch coming to Nolan Johnson. High and away with the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Wind was blowing out early in this contest. Pretty much not much wind right at the moment.
Settled down for sure. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball in a good place, low and away on the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. High and away, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller coming with the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice inning for Miller and the Lions. They put down the Ironmen 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We've gone 4 full innings of play. The score remains the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Home. It's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Jackson County Banking Center wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. Jackson County Banking Center, here for you now, here for your future. Visit VCNBFamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Start your day off with a McGriddle. For lunch, how about a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese? And dinner, enjoy some McNuggets or maybe a great shake and fries. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it. And you will too.
We go to the top half of the 5th inning, and Gavin Jones will face the 2, 3, 4 hitters in the Courthouse lineup, and that meat of the lineup has given us some trouble. Whether they've hit the ball fairly well. Luckily, only 2 runs scored for Courthouse, and the Ironmen lead by 3.
4 innings in the books for Gavin, and interesting, giving up 7 hits, but also has 8 strikeouts.
And I did not see any walks.
No walks.
Pitch is inside, ball 1 to Aiden Osborne. He has struck out and flied to left. And there's a line drive, foul. Hit hard, but foul. Just out of the reach of Ramey Wyatt. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike.
Ooh,
strike 2 on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Backdoor curveball.
Yes,
called strike
like
2.
It was 2 feet outside, and it curls right in over the outside part of the plate.
Didn't miss by much. A little bit low with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ooh, nice pitch. Oh, called ball 3, though. Must have been a little high.
Gavin kind of grimaced on that one. His last 2 pitches, both were close. And that one is a walk.
Ball 4, that was really pretty close, too, on the inside edge.
Yep.
But he gets the full pitch walk. He goes down to first base. That's exactly what Courthouse needed to try to cut into this 3-run Jackson lead. Lynch has struck out and hit a deep double and scored a run back in the 3rd. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Next 2 hitters have each hit a double, Lynch and Lotz. They're 3 and 4 hitters. Nobody out, man on first.
Lynch squares to bunt. That's a surprise, and ends up taking called strike 2. Down 3, and your number 3 hitter bunting.
Noah Ernst thought about throwing behind the first baseman there. Held on to it.
0-2 pitch coming. The 0-2 pitch to Lynch. Called strike 3. They say he must have swung.
9th strikeout for Gavin.
And this will bring up Sam Lotz. He struck out, but also doubled in that big 3rd inning for Courthouse. Or not that big 3rd inning, but that 3rd inning where they were able to score their 2 runs.
Yeah, Lotz hit that line drive over the center fielder, Cade Wolford's head.
Curveball stays outside, ball 1. Curveball stays low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Courthouse meted their order, 5th inning. I would say they would love to do some business right here, because if they don't, they may not get right back to these guys again. Fastball outside, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. And so Courthouse 1 pitch away maybe from getting 2 runners on base on 2 walks. There is some action in the Jackson bullpen, by the way. Fastball in there for strike 1. Looked like a good pitch. 3 balls and 1 strike. Can't see who's down there, but as we know, Ironmen have a deep, deep bullpen. Pitch is high and away, ball 4.
Tucker Williams is in the bullpen, Pete Wilson, warming up if needed.
Right, and Tucker, a possibility to start tomorrow night's game.
Right.
So it would be maybe Ramey Wyatt.
Maybe Ramey, just depends what coach is thinking.
Bryce
He'd love
Yazel
to get a complete game out of Gavin if he could.
Curveball called, ball 1 inside.
2 on, 1 out. Courthouse threatening here. They are down by a score of 5-2 to our Jackson Ironmen.
And that pitch is fouled back behind us, or rather into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. So a couple walks here. Courthouse trying to take advantage of it. Osborne's down to second now. Lotz is on at first. 0-1 pitch coming. Nice pitch on the outside corner, strike 2 to Bryce Yazel.
Pitcher who is 2 for 2, Miller, is on deck.
0-2 pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jones trying to put Yazel away here. It would be a big out. 1 out, 2 on. 1-2 pitch. Curveball really got him out in front. Got the second out. Another strikeout for Jones, a big one. So now there's 2 on, but 2 out for Will Miller. Miller has doubled and singled, 2 for 2.
The last 5 outs for Gavin have been strikeouts. There has been 2 walks mixed in that. So there's 2 on right now with 2 outs.
Fastball just got a piece of it, strike 1.
Pitcher against pitcher here.
Oh, 1 pitch coming. Curveball stays outside. Tried to backdoor another curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch to Miller. Ground ball. 2 hopper to Campbell. He's got it over to first. Got him. Miller hustled down the base pass there, but Campbell able to make the play on the throw, short throw over to Wyatt. So Courthouse gets 2 runners on base, but they do not score. No runs, no hits, no Jackson errors. 2 runners left on base on 2 walks. Jackson gets through the 5th. The score remains in the middle of the 5th. The Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You are listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
And here's the Mona Lisa, painted between 1500 and 1503 by Leonardo da Vinci. This is quite possibly the most recognized painting in the world.
Whatever you do, Cliff, stay away from that painting.
Don't worry about it. I have everything under control. Oops.
Some things are easier to fix than others. Thank goodness your car is one of them. If you ever find yourself in an accident, give the professionals at Monroe's Frame and Collision a call and let them get you back on the road in no time.
In Jackson, call 288-1313.
Our family works hard so we can serve your family. That's the motto at Ramey's Used Cars, which is located 7 miles west of MacArthur on US Route 50 next to Ramey's Homes. Ramey's has been providing quality pre-owned vehicles since 1970, and Ramey's also has a high-quality parts department. Give Ramey's Automotive a call today at 596-4694, and don't forget to check out John's weekly specials. Just look for the signs and the vehicles in the front of the lot.
All right, we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Ironmen leading 5-2. They're going to come up with their 4, 5, 6 hitters, and still Will Miller out there. He started the game for Courthouse, had the 1 inning where he gave up all these runs, 5. Other than that, he's been able to keep Jackson off the scoreboard, but right now he is behind 5-2.
Boy, Pete, and you think about it, this game is getting down into coaches' stages. You just don't know what's going to happen here, but Ironmen are only 6 outs away from getting a win here, but boy, we would like an insurance run or 2. 5-2, the Jackson lead.
It would be nice. Noah Ernst is up. He has walked and struck out. And there's a deep fly to center field. Center fielder going back. He's got a beat on it.
Whoa.
And he catches it right against the fence.
Noah really caught that one. You're right. That I don't think it's going over the fence, but it hits right at the top part of the fence if the center fielder doesn't get there.
Evan Lynch out there made a nice play, moving to his right, had to drift back, and actually made contact with the fence as he made the catch. Here is Gavin Jones. He has walked and struck out. Fastball stays away, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
Gavin on the mound today. It's gone through all 5 innings, 10 strikeouts so far through 5 innings against Courthouse.
Pitch is called strike 1 on the outside corner. I don't think Jones agreed. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is fouled out of play behind us. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miller comes home with the 1-2 pitch. Curveball stays outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Previous 2 at-bats, Gavin has worked him into full counts. Drew the walk the first time, struck out the second.
Here's your 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled out of play again. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch again from Miller. Called strike 3. Nice pitch by Miller. Caught Jones looking. That is strikeout number 6 for Will Miller. And this will bring up Xander Irvin. Got credit for a sacrifice in Jackson's big 5-run 5th inning. That was a big play. That was when the pitcher threw the ball away trying to get the lead runner. Then Xander struck out in the 3rd. First pitch is inside, ball 1.
Has scored a run tonight.
It's hit very high. Center fielder shields his eyes, moving in, trying to get it, and he does. So 2 deep fly balls sandwiched by a strikeout. Ironmen go down 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Score still a close one. It's the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
How do you hothead? Build your own burrito or bowl, or pick a craft recipe from Leroy's lineup. At Hothead Burritos, we have bold burrito and bowl combinations, like the Hawaiian with fresh pineapple, seasoned chicken, and sweet habanero sauce. The Jalapeno Ranch, loaded with tender, meaty steak. And Leroy's Spicy Chicken, featuring our famous Hothead sauce. Burrito or bowl, our craft menu features even more of what you love. More choices, more flavor. It's all yours at Hothead Burritos.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms, with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
Okay, we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Courthouse down to 2 at-bats left, but within reach. They trail 5-2. It'll be the bottom of the order, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Rather, 6, 7, and 8, I'm sorry, 7, 8, and 9. Cooper Robertson, the designated hitter, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play. He flied out and reached on an error back in the 2nd inning. Pitch is outside, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Jones has struck out 10, walked 2. Gone all the way for the Ironman. That's down low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Strike two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up. Apparently he did not.
Big inning here if he can get a 1-2-3 with the bottom of the order.
Robertson steps out, steps back in.
We're only 6 outs away, Pete.
Pitch just off the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just fouled at the plate, just got a hold of it. The 8 and 9 hitters, Dan, if they bat, they are 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Right. I just was looking at that. No hits from the bottom 3 here, so this would be an opportunity here.
Called strike 3 on the inside corner.
Not in agreement. I don't think Robertson was in agreement with that call, but an 11th strikeout for Gavin Jones on the mound tonight in this huge Frontier Athletic Conference baseball game.
Bryson Heath comes up. As we had indicated, he has struck out twice from the number 8 position in the batting order. Fastball looked good, and it was good. Called strike 1.
Pete, would you say the rest of the league is rooting for Courthouse tonight?
I would
Ironman, the only undefeated team left in the league.
I would say they are, especially at Miami Trace, where they've just had the 1 loss as well.
Right.
Jackson, remember, has to play Miami Trace twice. It won't be until May 6th and 7th. They were supposed to have played the first week in April, but bad weather didn't happen. Another pitch called strike 3 on the outside corner, a 3-pitch strikeout for Jones, and he now has 12 strikeouts. And this will bring up Gavin Kaufman, who was struck out twice. He is the Courthouse catcher.
Back-to-back called strikeouts here in the top of the 6th inning.
Fastball just a little high, ball 1. I think Jones isn't messing around. He's trying to throw strikes. Nice pitch over the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, I will say, Courthouse is a very good team. They have 7 hits tonight, 3 doubles on Gavin, but he's striking them out.
Swing and a miss on a bladder high fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Basically means we haven't had to make too many fielding plays.
Ironman only have 1 error. They fielded pretty well. That 1 error did not hurt them. High and away, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jones rings up another 1-2-3 inning on all strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Middle half of the 6th inning, it's the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3
Sir,
FM.
we're receiving an urgent message from Honda Suzuki of Jackson.
Stand by. It's the Polaris liquidation sale. Everything must go for a limited time only. Hurry into Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson now for the best selection. Check out the full inventory at HondaofJackson.com or call 740-286-4956. Yes, we have it on radar. Look at that big red roof. Do not wait. Immediate financing available. The Polaris liquidation sale happening now. Honda Suzuki Polaris Can-Am and KO of Jackson.
Southeast Appalachian Regional Community Health of Ohio is proud to present The Search Project. The Search Project through the Jackson County Health Department is a program designed to decrease the negative impacts of COVID-19 and other public health issues and promote healthy behaviors through the deployment of community health work. The project is funded by CDC and serves 11 counties in southeastern Ohio. For more information, contact the Jackson County Health Department at 740-935-6322.
We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Ironmen leading 5-2, but they wouldn't mind a little insurance here against this Courthouse Blue Line team. It will be the bottom of the order against Will Miller, who has been out there for the whole game also for Courthouse. Ramey Wyatt, Cade Wofford, and Bodie Wofford will get their chances here.
Ramey Wyatt coming up to the plate, the man with the dirtiest uniform in the stadium tonight. He had probably the Ironman's most solid hit his last time up. It's also been on by a fielder's choice. Has scored a run.
Single and a fielder's choice, 1 through 2. Courthouse, if you're a Courthouse fan, you want to keep it right here and give yourself a chance. You will have the top of the order coming up for Washington Courthouse. It'll be the fourth time around for the Courthouse to see Gavin Jones.
13 strikeout performance for Gavin Jones through 6 innings.
Curveball in there for strike one to Ramey Wyatt. Miller has thrown more fastballs than anything else, but he can throw the curve as well. We just saw that. 0-1 pitch to Wyatt. Fouled out of play for strike two. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Miller, just like Jones, seems to be just fine.
You know, really,
Rolling along.
Miller's had the bad luck night. Take away 1 inning, and he's been very special. As we said, probably a matchup of 2 of the top starters in the Frontier Athletic Conference going at it.
Cade Wolford bats now. He has walked.
2 walks for
Yeah,
Cade.
walked twice. You're right. And
Has
he
scored a run.
Takes a strike. And Wolford fouls into the screen for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 to Cade. Called strike three on the outside corner.
Looked a touch outside from here, Pete, but Cade didn't argue.
It was with 2 strikes, so you know the next one's going to be strike three, whether it really is a strike or not.
As we mentioned earlier, probably the young man with the biggest hit of the night for the Airmen, Bodie Wolford's single, drove in 2 runs in that 5-run second inning.
Curveball to Bodie, stays up high. Miller's now reached 8 strikeouts. But he also has those 5 walks and a couple of really lethal errors behind him. And there's a line drive. That's going to fall into the base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Bodie's going to try for 2, and I believe he's going to go in standing, and he does. So Bodie Wolford hit it very hard to right center, split the 2 outfielders, and so Jackson's got a 2-out base runner here in the bottom half of the 6th.
What a plus when your 9-hole hitter has been on base 3 times. A single, a double, and an on by an error. Bodie's hit the ball nicely every time.
And this will bring up Boston Campbell, the second baseman, grounded out on with and then a single, and he hit it hard on a ground out. He's 1 for 3. Pitch to Campbell was called ball 1. Pitch is outside, ball 2. Campbell's got the count in his favor. Bodie Wolford out there at second. In scoring position. 2-0 pitch to Campbell. High and inside, ball 3. .30 pitch to Campbell. Called strike 1 over the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Insurance run would be nice.
Campbell got one that he really wanted, and he fouls it back to the screen. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Looked like it was right down the middle. .3-2 pitch coming to Campbell. Outside, ball 4. And this will bring up Ryan Simets. He has put the bat on the ball all 3 times. He doesn't have any hits to show for it. 0 for 3. He gets a chance here in the 7th, or in the 6th, to maybe help his team pad this lead just a little bit. He has grounded out, fly deep to center, and grounded out to the third baseman. And that's hit up in the air. The center fielder shields his eyes. He's got to play, and he's got it. So Jackson threatens but do not score here in the 6th. No runs, 1 base hit, no Courthouse errors, 2 runners left on base. We're going into the 7th and final inning with the score, the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. You're listening to Jackson Ironmen Baseball on Fox Sports 1330 AM and 105.3 FM.
Hello, Osborne Equipment Service.
I need to order pizza.
We don't have any pizza.
Can I get a cheeseburger?
We don't have any food. I think you might have the wrong number.
You always say you have something for everyone.
We do, with parts and service for trucks, trailers, buses, and RVs. And we're family owned and operated. We don't do food, but I've got a truck so I can go pick up a pizza if you want.
While you're at it, my mom wants a salad.
Your diesel specialist since 1979. Osborne Equipment Service in Jackson, Ohio. Call 800-937-3501.
Home, it's your sanctuary. It's pajamas at noon and cookies in the oven. It's fingerprints on the wall and heights measured in a doorway. It's the one place in the world that you know better than anyone else. Vinton County National Bank wants to help you build that messy, wonderful, cherished place where you can live a life you love for years to come. That's our promise. VCNB, here for you now, here for your future. Visit vcnbfamily.bank for our construction special. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We go to the bottom half of the top half of the 7th inning. We hope it's the final inning here. Jackson leading 5-2. That lead has held up since the 3rd inning when Courthouse scored both of its runs. Gavin Jones, what a performance, Dan. 13 strikeouts, 2 walks, gave up 7 hits. And really, I don't think any hits the last 3 innings, but he is going to take a seat now, not a seat. He's going to move over to first base because Tucker Williams, who has pitched very impressively this year as well, he's going to come in and try to finish it out for Coach Josh McGraw.
If you're Courthouse, Pete, they need 3 runs. If you're Jackson, we need 3 outs. Pretty interesting move. They're bringing in Tucker to give you, as you said, it was going to be the 4th look at Gavin for the top of the order, so they're definitely getting a different look with Tucker Williams on the mound, trying to close this out for a big, big win for this Jackson Ironman baseball team. Xander Irvin is in the bullpen, staying warm if needed.
And Tucker is way high with that first pitch, ball 1. Rocks and throws the 1-0 pitch, high and inside, ball 2.
Johnny Wall, the senior shortstop, 2 hits tonight. The other at bat was a strikeout.
And there's a fly ball into center field. I believe it's going to hit the gap. It does. It's going to bounce all the way to the wall. Wall is easily going to get 2. Is he going to try for 3? He's going to be satisfied with a double. So a good start to the 7th inning for Washington Courthouse as Wall gets his 3rd hit of the game, a line drive double to right center field.
All 3 hits have been hit right on the button too, Pete. He is a solid player.
Aiden Osborne comes up. He has flied out the left, struck out, and walked. 0 for 2. Tucker Williams, once again, that curveball stays high and outside, ball 1. High and outside, ball 2 with the fastball. Called strike 1. Across the knees, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two 1 pitch, and they, looked like a pickoff play was on. Wall was wise to it, got back. Tucker came off the mound to maybe throw, but there was really no play. And now Coach Morgan Williams, father of Tucker Williams, is going out for a talk here.
Noah Ernst also out there involved in the discussion. Man on second. Remember, Courthouse needs 3 runs to keep this game alive.
So very important to not let that 3rd run get on base. Right now there's 1 on. Don't know what Coach Williams might have seen, but
count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the number 2 hitter.
Has a word there with his pitcher and his son. Going back to the dugout now. Time back in.
Can't emphasize what a big game this is for either Jackson or Courthouse. Ironman 4-0 within the Frontier Athletic Conference. Courthouse 5-1.
Down low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Called strike 2. Looked like a good fastball in there. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Courthouse trying to do anything they can to get another base runner on base and give themselves life. 3-2 pitch coming from Tucker Williams. And it's popped up in the air. The third baseman, Easton McGraw, is over there, and he's got it. Looks like it was almost right on the line there. So we'll call that F5 in fair territory. Had to backpedal to get it, and he did for the first out.
Nice job by Easton having to backpedal a little bit there, but got there nicely and made the play. Right out in very short left field area. 2 outstanding hitters now that Tucker has to face, the 3 and 4 hitter.
Right, Evan Lynch has doubled and struck out twice. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Wall out there at second base. Courthouse would like to get him in. Honestly, wouldn't matter if it did to the Ironman, if that's all it was. Called strike 1. Concentrate on getting the batter out. That's what Tucker needs to do.
The runner at second's not that important. We have the 3-run lead.
1-1 pitch coming to Evan Lynch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice pitch there by Tucker. Blocked by Ernst. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Come on, Evan. Tucker's from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Watch that break. Come on, sit the fastball. Look up. Let's go. 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Big strikeout for Tucker. 2 outs now. The Ironman 1 out away.
That was the second out of the inning, and this will bring up Sam Lotz. He has struck out, doubled, and got on a walk. So Tucker Williams and the Reds and the Ironmen just 1 out away here. Wall out there at second base.
Lotz the cleanup hitter.
Just off the plate, high and away, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Williams. High and away again. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes.
He is our cleanup hitter, Pete Wilson, and first base is open. You hate to put the tying run at the plate.
No, you don't want to do that. Williams behind the cleanup hitter. 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch coming. Just a little bit high. Ball 3.
But Lotz is a very capable hitter.
Bats from the left side. 3-0 pitch coming from Tucker. In there for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Lotz obviously taking all the way there. He needs to get on base. Three-one pitch. Called strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That was an off-speed pitch in there for a strike.
We are 1 strike away.
Williams trying to get the killer pitch right here. It's high and away, ball 4. So Lotz goes down to first base, and the tying run will come to the plate now in the person of Bryce Yeasel.
We've got Bryce 3 times tonight, though.
0 for 3. He's put the bat on the ball twice. So Wall at second, Lotz at first, 2 on, 2 out. Ironman lead 5-2, trying to finish it off here. Nice curveball called
Good
strike
start.
1.
Good start. Get a little ahead of the count. Righty versus righty.
Nice curveball again, strike 2. So Williams throwing number 2 for strikes to start off Yeasel here on a very critical at-bat. Williams up 0-2. Let's see what he does. And that's fouled away, strike 2, as he protects the plate and fouls it away.
Yeasel, you're right. He just barely got his bat on that one.
Down to their last strike, down to their last out. Ironmen hope to win a very big Frontier Athletic Conference win if they can finish it off here. 0-2 pitch to Tucker. Low and away, ball one, blocked by Ernst, as always. One-two pitch coming. And it's a little grounder towards Easton McGraw. He's got it, makes the long throw over to first base. Oh, they called him safe. They called him safe over there.
Okay, we got him on the corners. It was slowly hit to Easton. He got the throw there, but just good speed there by Yazel to get down there. So I guess you would call that an infield hit, wouldn't you, Pete?
Yeah, you have to. There was really no error. He just barely beat it out over there. And this will bring up Will Miller, and Miller's been trouble for the Ironmen when he's had the bat in his hand. 2 singles and a ground out, 2 for 3.
But Miller's really gutted out a pitching effort also, where he gave up 4 walks, had a couple errors, 5-run second inning. Besides that, he's been near very flawless tonight. He now has an opportunity to do something very well for himself here. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Pitcher versus pitcher at the plate.
Williams steps off. Courthouse actually has the winning run at the plate now, the potential winning run at the plate. Pitch from Tucker Williams is a curveball, and it's hit out of play for strike one. No balls and 1 strike. This is the first time, of course, that Miller has seen Tucker Williams. Williams has given up a double, a single, and a walk. Sandwiched between 2 outs, a pop-up and a strikeout. Pitch, and there is a little grounder. It's going to stay foul.
Gets ahead at 0-2 again to this second straight batter.
So Miller, he's down to an 0-2 count, just as Yeasel was.
I think it's
the last at bat.
Third straight batter. We've been 1 strike away.
Bases are loaded. Top of the 7th inning, Ironmen lead 5-2. If they would win, they would solidify their position in first place in the Frontier Athletic Conference. But they need that last strike. They need that last out. 0-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Ironmen win 5-2 as Tucker Williams records a clutch strikeout with the bases loaded and the potential winning run at the plate. Miller strikes out in the inning for Washington Courthouse. No runs, 2 hits, no Jackson errors. 3 men left on base. The final score, the Jackson Ironmen 5, the Washington Courthouse Blue Lions 2. The Ironmen stay in first place. They go to 12-4 on the season, and they will play Courthouse again tomorrow, but with a little bit of a comfort edge there, Dan.
More importantly, they go to 5-0 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. Courthouse now is 5-2. The Ironmen hold to a 2-game lead in the loss column. Talk about pressure on Courthouse tomorrow night. So Ironmen playing with house money there. They get to travel to Courthouse. Boy, a win there would be huge.
Absolutely. So we'll see what happens. So Tucker Williams gets to finish it out there with a key strikeout. We will take a 3-minute break here, and then we'll be back to wrap this one up. And then also, of course, talk to Coach Josh McGraw about the big win. Okay.
Start and end your day with McDonald's of Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur. Start your day off with a McGriddle. For lunch, how about a Big Mac or Quarter Pounder with cheese? And dinner, enjoy some McNuggets or maybe a great shake and fries. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're always cooking up something great from your Jackson, Wellston, Oak Hill, or MacArthur McDonald's. And I'm loving it. And you will too.
Cause we care about you. Go with Monroe, we'll get you on the road. We make it oh so easy. Monroe's Frame and Collision. Our work says it all.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Hurry down to Courthouse Rock.
How do you, Hothead, build your own burrito or bowl or pick a craft recipe from Leroy's lineup? At Hothead Burritos, we have bold burrito and bowl combinations, like the Hawaiian with fresh pineapple, seasoned chicken, and sweet habanero sauce. The Jalapeno Ranch, loaded with tender, meaty steak. And Leroy's Spicy Chicken, featuring our famous Hothead sauce. Burrito or bowl, our craft menu features even more of what you love. More choices, more flavor. It's all yours at Hothead Burritos.
Baby, Ramey's Homes is all shook up over our low rock bottom prices. One of America's most popular manufactured and modular homes. Ramey's Homes has the largest selection of quality built to manufactured homes in southern Ohio with the most flexible terms available. Don't be cruel. Hurry to Ramey's Mobile Homes, 7 miles west of MacArthur on Route 50 and 2 miles south of Chillicothe on US 23, baby. And we'll see you there, Teddy Bear.
Hurry down to Courthouse Rock.
Financial advisor Chad Niddle of Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Cincinnati Reds baseball on 97 Country the Bull WCJO.
I'm Chad Niddle, your Jackson Edward Jones financial advisor. I believe feeling rich is less about reaching a magic number and more about living life on your terms with financial strategies that help support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. So contact me today at 740-286-4872 and let's find your rich.
Edward Jones, Member Securities Investor Protection Corp.
We're back here at Sparky Haller Field, and the Jackson Ironmen just won what would have to be considered the biggest game of the season up to this point by a score of 5-2 over Washington Courthouse. I am joined with head coach McGraw right now, and coach, how's that one? That's a big old congratulations.
That's a big game right there.
They
came
huge.
to play. Yeah, anytime you're facing Courthouse, Courthouse is a great baseball. They're a baseball school. Sorry, I'm winded. But yeah, it's always good. You beat the team in blue. Kind of become a rival over the last few years. We battle with them, and they battle with us. And today we got them. Can't say enough about the boys on the field. They rocked it today. Did what they needed to do, and our pitching was outstanding. Catching was outstanding. Defense was great. Very proud of them.
Oh, no question about it. Yeah, your pitching was outstanding. Gavin Jones getting the win tonight. Gavin Jones versus Miller for Courthouse. Would you say that's two of the premier starters in the Frontier Athletic Conference this year?
Absolutely. We haven't seen that kid before because the Lots kid, we faced him the last 2 years. He's a junior. He's dealing. That kid's very talented. He was impressive today. He throws the ball hard, but he paints the corners too. He didn't make a lot of mistakes. He was impressive. He's one of the top arms, in Southeastern Ohio and definitely the FAC.
Really, when he pitched, take away the one inning in which he had the 4 walks.
Right.
He was nearly flawless in a game, as Gavin was for all 6 of his innings.
Yeah, Gavin was outstanding. When you face a good pitcher, you need your pitcher to step up too, and Gavin Jones did that. He was just absolutely outstanding tonight, and really the only reason we came out because he was at 110 pitches. Probably wouldn't have enough to finish that last inning. So I'm not a big fan of starting a kid and not finishing him and bringing the kid out of the bullpen with a guy on or something like that. So you're almost better to make the change. But he was outstanding tonight. And has been every time he's been on the mound. And Tucker coming in behind him. Tucker's normally a starter, but he's like him and Ramey are the next best thing. And the reason we went with Tucker is because Ramey was playing the field and he had ran the bases a lot and slide, and he was tired. He wasn't tired, but you kind of get that feel as a coach. You'd rather bring the kid in who's got more time to warm up. And very proud of Tucker. He came in. He had a couple walks there, around, but they earned a base hit here. That's one of the best players in the league, and the wall kid. He came back with a couple big strikeouts at the end. That young man's phenomenal.
Well, Gavin gives you 6 innings tonight, Coach. He gives up 7 hits. I think that tells you a little bit of how good a baseball team this Courthouse team is. They hit Gavin, but the amazing stat was he gets 13 strikeouts in 6 innings.
Yeah, anytime he needed it, he got that big strikeout. They would get guys on second and third, the man on first and second, and he came up with a big strikeout, every time. And that's what we're preaching there. We get a guy on third base with less than 2 outs, and we're pitching for a strikeout pop-up. We don't want to give anything in the middle of the plate, but that's easier said than done. You got to pitch the corners, and that's not always an exact science. You got to be a stud. And he was, man. Every time he needed that big strikeout, he got it, and that was so impressive.
Probably the shortstop for them, John Wall, one of the better players within the league. He had 3 hits tonight. He leads off that 7th inning with a double.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Tucker really did a great job of getting ahead of the count on batters down the stretch there to get those critical outs.
John Wall probably is the best player in the league. He's a stud. He's a great player. We knew that coming in. You get behind in the count on him, and you're in trouble. In every base hit he got tonight, we were behind in the zone or behind in the count. But yeah, Tucker after giving up that double, you're not going to phase him. He's been on the varsity mound since he was a freshman. He's a junior now. He's not going to get phased, and that's the reason why he's in these big ball games. I could start him for 5 or 6 innings later on the week or tomorrow, but we needed a reliever tonight that was going to go shut them down, because not everybody can pitch against Courthouse and shut them down, and he flat out did that.
Well, it's a good baseball team we beat tonight, and the big thing was we go 4-0 in the Frontier Athletic Conference. I'm sorry, 5-0 in the Frontier Athletic Conference.
Yeah.
Courthouse now is 5-2. We got a 2-game lead in the loss column on them.
We got to get that big win tomorrow. We talk about that, after the game. We're in sole first place and still in two up on Courthouse. But they need that win tomorrow. This is kind of, if you're going to battle in the FAC, tomorrow is a do or die game for them. So they'll come ready to play, and so will we. We got to get off that bus and battle it out. And we got Ramey on the mound. Got to battle at the plate, keep battling, and good things will happen. But the boys are starting to come around. I feel like we're starting to get in shape mentally and physically. And we're playing great baseball.
I think it's about 9 out of 10 for you, Coach.
I think so.
Playing really good baseball.
Yeah, and truthfully, that was our coaching style this year. I think in the past sometimes we've been mid-season form on day one, and that's not always a good thing. You get 3-4 hour practices in, things like that, and you're ready to go. But baseball is a grind. You kind of want to hit your grind. Now the downside of that is sometimes you take a couple losses. But by league play, I think we've got it going and we're ready to go. But yeah, 9 of 10, and that's a testament to these young men. It ain't got nothing to do with coaching. It's just the fact that they're good baseball players, they're good athletes, and a lot of them have a really good heart. They just go out there and play hard. We got kids that didn't even get in a lineup today. They're ready though. Their role just didn't come up, whether it's a pinch hitter or a pinch runner. And I couldn't be more proud of everyone on this team and just how they're handling their role like men. Not even young men. These are 16, 17 men on this team that are making their families proud and their school proud, and just to come out and watch them play.
Well, Jackson tonight gets what you would call the biggest win of the season up to this point. Tomorrow night they play in the next biggest game of the season.
Absolutely. That's the FAC baseball back-to-back now. You want to feel good about this win, but after about an hour, let's quit worrying about it. Let's get rolling for tomorrow. But the good thing is these kids, they don't have to worry about that. That's my job. How we're going to handle the hitting, pitching tomorrow and things like that. I won't sleep much tonight. I'll be up till about 3 or 4 maybe, and that insomnia comes in handy sometimes as a baseball coach. You get to watch film and figure out how you're going to attack hitters, things like that. So, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
So you kind of indicated that you're going with Ramey on the mound tomorrow night. Do
Yep.
you know what Courthouse, who's their number 2?
They got a couple of them. They're going to be good. They've got 3 pitchers that all do a great job. So we'll see who they throw. But we've prepared for who we think's going to throw. I don't want to say it on the radio. He might hear me.
Well, that's okay. Don't give anything away, Coach.
We'll prepare, and we'll have some game plans, things like that. Things can change, and they always do in this game, and you just figure it out. But, yeah, Ramey Wyan's going to start for us, and he's been dominant, especially since we got back from Myrtle Beach. I felt like he got in shape. He's thrown against 2 great teams this year, and Unioto and Wheelersburg, and he actually dominated. I think he threw about 4 or 5 innings each and came out. Because it was early in the year, but we expect him to give us everything tomorrow. He was our ace last year, and truthfully, he's got ace stuff. We call Gavin our ace, but it's really 1A and 1B.
It really is, and that's a luxury.
And
remember, the Courthouse last year had 1A, 1B,
exactly.
1C.
They did,
and that's a big factor in high school baseball.
I really think Tucker's the 1C. Those are all kids that are dogs. But yeah, Ramey's been absolutely phenomenal in the last couple outings he's pitched. Great movement on his fastball, had a little giddy up, and curveball was good. And it's nice to put that senior on the mound in a big league game. And you're not going to phase him. He was there in every league game for us last year. But yeah, it's going to be big time. I'll take Ramey Wine over anybody in game number 2.
Absolutely.
He's a dog.
Well, it's got to feel kind of good to you as a coach and to the players that were on the team last year. Remember the heartbreaking loss over at Athens, that 1-0 loss against this Courthouse team. Kind of nice to get them back on this one.
I don't think anybody's ever forgot about that. 1-0 ball game. In extra innings, but they had a different guy on the mound today. I'm glad he's in college now.
Yeah, you're right.
He'll be in pro ball one day. But yeah, we get amped up. I know Courthouse doesn't seem like a rival to Jackson, but it is in baseball. Everybody in every sport has a different foe or different rival. Courthouse to us in baseball, our guys love playing them. I think they love playing us. Yep. It's just great baseball, and you got a lot of good talent on the field playing against each other. It's not often you get high school baseball games like this with this much talent, but it's very impressive. Every year in, year out, I look forward to playing them all the time.
Well, Coach, we're going to send you away on having another sleepless night, but a big game for your Jackson Ironmen tomorrow evening on the road at Washington Courthouse.
All right.
A big congratulations tonight. The Ironmen come away with a 5-2 win. We really appreciate Coach McGraw. Always comes up graciously and talks to us in the post-game show. Did a wonderful job. If you're wondering where Pete Wilson went, he put his editor's hat on, and he is hustling to get to the city council meeting that is taking place here in a few moments. But the Jackson Ironmen tonight come away with a big 5-2 win over what is maybe perceived their top contender for a Frontier Athletic Championship. The Ironmen play back-to-back games against this Washington Courthouse team, so we travel to Courthouse tomorrow night. But the win tonight does put the Ironmen with a 12-4 record and 5-0 within the Frontier Athletic Conference. Washington Courthouse now drops to 10-5 overall, and they are 5-2 within the conference. So a little bit of pressure on Courthouse tomorrow night, as they must feel that is a must game for them to stay in contention for a league or a conference championship. But so far tonight, we come away with the win, and we had a excellent time here tonight at Sparky Howler Field. So for Pete Wilson, myself, Dan Morrow, Hayden Milliken, Mr. Technician here, getting everything done, we're going to say good night, everybody. Till next Tuesday.
You've been listening to Jackson High School Ironman Baseball on Fox Sports 1.